All right. Hello, everybody. This is the Dota 2 Diary. This is Miss McToasty 302, and my bird's going nuts. Today we're going to be watching the Dragon Knight Debacle. I certainly think that I griefed this game a little bit, and we're going to go over the early game. I felt underleveled. Um, you're going to see why. We originally thought that the Ursa was the problem in this game, but I definitely was the problem. And we'll also be looking at Dragon Knight, my buddy Dr. Andy, and how he played. So the goal of this is just to look at our gameplay, see if we can get our rank up a little bit. Um, Andy and I only have a chance to play every once in a while here on the weekends, so we got to make these games count. So Andy suggested that we went for First Blood, invading their jungle. I suggested that we stay back to start, just because people sometimes don't hang out we don't know where they are, and I'd like to just come in at the last second. We can just take the runes and go. Just how I kind of like to do it, because if not, it gives the opponents, a chance to get over there and fight you. So instead of it being a 2v5, it's a 5v5 or a 4v5. Odds are a little better. So we go in at the 17-minute mark. We see that nobody's here, and we make our way down to pick up the rune. No one's here. I think they show up though, and we end up getting a little kerfluffle, if I remember correctly. Yep, Sven and Bounty Hunter. So we chase him down. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're going to lane. I gotta mess around. I thought about it. So this lane, it started off decently. Sven was at half health, so he didn't want to engage us. In fact, you'll see he ends up running away. I probably could have pulled creep aggro here, but I don't know, I felt really strong. So walk up. I ended up clicking on him and it pulled creep aggro. But I really needed to pull it onto that creep immediately, because we spent a lot of time around their tower, and I thought that was just not a good place to be. So I messed up there a little bit. So Andy's hanging out in the trees, taking pock shots at Sven. I'm CSing, not whiffing last hits. Stole the deny, you jerk. And now we have a double range creep, so that's kind of a problem. This is where I really needed to pull that first wave back to the range creep. I ended up biffing this pull too. I go to attack and I canceled the auto attack. So now we don't deny this lane of this wave, or at least we don't get it pulled back. So now I finally get smart and pull the creeps back to the range creep. Andy sneaks the deny in. I think I try to deny this. I honestly felt like Jakiro could have probably cast a spell on me there, but Andy's getting his booty punched in. Take a couple shots at the Jakiro. Run back to lane. Poor Andy. He's at a quarter health, can't do anything. You know what? Here, I could have kept the rain. I should have blocked the creeps, because I could tank it. I've got the passive, so I've got the armor to deal with it. Pick up the 2 last hits, put some damage on Jakiro. The first big mistake I made. So I've made like 3 or 4 mistakes already that weren't game breaking, but could have made this lane a lot easier. But then something happens in a minute that I really didn't need to do. Now, is he still regenning? No, he's not. So he probably should eat that last tango and then ferry in some more. Oh, the other thing. So they end up pulling the creeps a lot. So right here, Jakiro pulls the creeps over here, and I'm over here picking up Lotus and smacking the crap out of the dragon. And now this whole, so if I click on Jakiro, oop, where are we? There we are. All the lane creeps are being denied now. So I just missed a whole wave of experience because I picked up Lotus. That is probably the one of the bit, and this actually makes a huge difference because I end up teleporting bot lane at some point, and I'm not level 6. So that was a big deal. I really needed to not do that. So I bring the creep wave over to our creeps, try to pick up these two, what are they called? Chickens? I forgot what those things are even called. Wildkins? What are those things called? Who cares? Come down here. My support is up there. I think he's pretty safe. They're more interested in hitting the creep camp. I'm debating on whether or not I should have engaged on this. I'd walk over and then I come back and I didn't lose any EXP here, so this I think is fine. But what ends up happening is the Jakiro starts stacking and pulling this, and I end up being severely underleveled. So Dr. Andy probably should be blocking this, and what I need to do is communicate that, A, which I didn't, and I knew, and I had it in my mind, but I didn't vocalize it, A. B, I could just buy a ward for him and put it in his inventory and tell him to do it. Like, that's, I'm gonna take the blame for that because I knew to do that. There's no reason I should have missed that either. That troll. So now the issue is Sven is going to complete level 4 before I am. I am just beginning to get to level 4. My CS is okay. Here, though, I'm going to pause this. So I'm going to go back. So we're going to go back. And one thing that you were doing here, Andy, was you were leading with Cask and then trying to hit the Edict. Typically, what you want to do is Edict first because so if we look at how much your spell cost is, it's 80 and 110. If you use Cask first and then with the Edict, then you're out, 190 mana. Versus if you do Edict first, and I actually, let me take a look at your hero. Where are you? Oh, can't see it because I'm paused. All right, let's unpause. So if we look at the range, they're about the same. So if you can cast Edict and hit them, you can guarantee that you're going to hit this. I'm sorry, yeah, if you hit Edict and you hit Edict, you can follow up with Paralyzing Cask. And then you're guaranteed to get the extra damage from Edict. If you Cask first, there is a chance that you can miss Edict and you're missing out on the Cask bounces dealing extra damage. So that's why typically you would use Edict first. And then if you use Edict and they're too far away to cast your stun, then you're only out 110 mana versus 190. So that I think, yeah, again, Edict first. If you Edict first, right? If you Edict first here, if you Edict first there and then stun, he takes a lot more damage from Edict, and then we potentially can kill him. It is hard to do sometimes to hit that Edict, especially with a moving target, but you waste less mana doing it that way. And then we have the opportunity cost of yeah, you might miss a few times, but your likelihood of getting a kill is increased dramatically when you use Edict first. But other than that, I think your positioning here is pretty good, Andy. And feel free, like, if he's doing this shit, yeah, if he's doing that shit, as soon as you spot him, just, even in this case, you could have just stunned him and gotten the CS. I wouldn't have complained about that. Like, as soon as you see him stun the creeps, they were close to being dead, and then he doesn't get the CS, he takes damage, you get EXP and gold. I would be totally fine with that. Oh, and here we needed a ward. So make sure that you're buying wards, Andy, because this is, and then I end up going for this. And now, hold on, what level am I? So let's say I didn't get denied a whole lane of creeps. I potentially could have been level 5 here and had, level 3 Breath of Fire. And then Sven is dead, right? So, yeah, because he's level 5. I would have been level 5 too. Yeah, so this is where I messed up. My not being present for that one creep wave that got denied put me back a level, and I could have gotten a kill on Sven, which puts me up 200 some odd gold. He misses EXP and whatnot, so I feel pretty strong to be in lane right here. With I need to tread switch, tread switch, tread switch. I'm pretty good about tread switching. There we go. Finally did it, but I really needed a tread switch there. I tread switched to int. Oh boy. Or agility rather there. I need to do int. Here I need to eat a tango, which I think I do. Yep. I think I use, yeah, yeah. So this is where you edict first. Like right there, you could have easily edict first. And it just gets you a little more damage. And having a ward, maybe like here or here, would allow me to see that the creeps are being pulled here. And that would have been really helpful there, because I think they pulled it again. Yeah, I just disengage from it. I run away. I think I breath of fire these creeps, because I don't want to go into lane. So now I end up teleporting at level 5 to go help bottom, I think, here pretty soon. And because I don't have dragon form, now what level is Sven? So this is kind of an idea, like, okay, Sven's going to be level 6 soon. I needed level 6 when I teleport in the future here, and I don't have it, and that ended up being a huge issue again. So they denied at least, I want to say, 2 waves of creeps. If I had those 2 waves of creeps, if the first one, definitely my fault. The second one, if I had vision, maybe I would have known to go over to the pulled camp and soak up that EXP. I stun, and I tread switched. Woo! Deny it. I should have attacked that creep, and I didn't. I go get Lotus. I think I'm fine to get Lotus here. I pick up. So I go Mage Slayer next. I'm not sure if this. I'm pretty sure this is the play. How many creeps are up here? Yeah, he pulled. So here's where he's starting to pull these creep camps here, and this is a huge problem, because had I not messed up early, and if we had vision here and I could have seen that our creeps were being pulled here, I could have gotten all the EXP plus that denied. Oop. Plus that denied camp there. Oh my god. Okay, I definitely could have done something different there. Let's see if I could have killed him. He walks up. What I needed to do. Oh my god. Okay, so what I do here, instead of instead of fucking walking, I just click on. All I need to do here was just click on Jakiro right there, and he's dead. I definitely could have caught him. Yeah, so I messed up there. So far we're looking at like 7 or 8 mistakes at a minimum that I've made. And actually, Andy, you are at like maybe 3. So I think you outplayed me here. My CS isn't terrible though. I mean, 50 CS at 10 minutes, not terrible, given that I literally missed 2 waves of creeps. So I want to watch this. Like right there, I'd be level 6. Like right now, I'd be actually halfway to level 7 right now. I think this is where I go to teleport. Yeah, so I teleport down here, and if I had ult here, this would make all the difference. Look at, and I'm like, I realized as soon as I walked in. Oh my god, I'm like, I don't have ult yet. No. It would have made a huge difference, because I think I could have followed up on the Jakiro there. I stay down here. I think the move here was to immediately leave. Like, instead of leaving that for Ursa. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Body blocked by the Mirana. Oh, there we go. Didn't want to get hit by the ice path. I think we just see they're just kind of dicking around here. I think we get at least one. Do we kill the Jakiro here? I immediately went to hitting creeps, and I'm wondering if I should have tried to engage with you guys. Like, so right now Ursa wants to hit creeps, and I'm over here being a jerk, and I'm wondering if also, like, I didn't make use of the trusty shovel like I wanted to with stacking creep camps with the kobold. I think this was also a grief. I think that there were other items. I don't know if it shows. If I can go into the menu. Can I go to the menu? No, I can't see what's in. Shoot. I wonder what my options were. Can I do that? Neutrals. What were my options? View all neutral items. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, anyway. I think I could... This is such a grief from me. I was over here hitting his creeps. I don't know. I needed to get out. I think like at least a minute and a half ago, 2 minutes, I needed to go back top and just start, because like Sven isn't gonna kill me. Um, I've got too many hit points. I've got too much armor. There's literally nothing I can do up here because we aren't going to, like, we won't kill them here. And these guys get like Kunkka can defend with AoE. I don't think I stay here. I think this is a grief. I mean, Andy, you had the right idea. You were up there. Again, Edict first. Make sure you Edict first every time. It's got to be Edict first. Because now he doesn't take any tick damage. I mean, even with Mask of Madness, he's going to earn it back. But see, now I'm just sitting here like with my thumb up my ass. What am I doing? So here's the Kobold, and I want to stack with it, and I summoned it too late. So yeah, I needed to get out long before now because we're not going to get kills. And I'm stealing right now. I'm stealing Ursa's farm. Yeah, this is stupid. I need to get out of this lane. Such a grief from me. Absolute grief. Body blocking myself with the Kobold. I think we get this kill. Yes, nice, Ursa. Good job. I think I let him have this too. Yep, I walk away. Good. Good man. Okay, now get out. Get out of lane. You know, I could even go mid here. I think I go up because... See, I even said it when watching this. I could have went mid. Like, how many creeps are mid right now? A whole wave? Plus tower damage? Yeah, mid was the play here. I should have looked. I really should have. All I needed to do before I teleported was click up here and go, oh, they're going to kill him. And the two of them easily had him. I did right here. So right now, I'm sharing EXP with these guys. I am getting last hit. Oh, no, they might be too far away. But I could have been here, preventing 400 damage worth of tower damage. So that's what, mistake number like 11? So now Ursa's trying to farm, and actually he ends up going like 4-0 and 3 by like 20 minutes, so he's not like feeding, but his game impact is pretty minimal there. But I took a lot of his CS in the early game because I just stayed. This is what I'm saying. Like I was grumpy, and I'm gonna get hit by this new move. So I was getting grumpy with Ursa this game. I didn't actually vocalize that because these guys were actually pretty nice guys. So I really didn't want to. Here I go. I'm trying to stack with the Kobold again. I should have been middle the whole time. Oh man. Yeah. So that's not good. I think we're gonna end this pretty soon here because the game ends up going downhill from here. Ish. This is a waste of time, and I stacked it. Was it a waste of time? I stacked the camp, pick up bounty. I don't have a teleport. Wait, do I? I do. Okay. Right now, probably should be down there. Oddly enough. Well, maybe not. Like, do I? This is my question, and this is like if anybody wants to comment on this. Do I teleport here? Or do I just keep hitting these creeps? Or do I go to lane? Probably go to lane. You know, like I don't need to hit this, and who cares if Sven gets one stacked camp that I unintentionally stacked? I actually just want to take the golems. Like I could have been here doing this, pushing this out, and applying a pressure to this tower because now I need to draw Sven out from hitting creeps here, I think, and pressure this tower. And why am I down here? Yeah, okay, so that's mistake number 13. Really should have a mistake counter, but I am not putting more effort than I need to into this. Okay, I think we're going to end it there because right there, I could be easily like level 10 right now. I could probably have about 30 CS more-ish had I been where I needed to be. So I want to apologize to the Ursa. Oops. I didn't mean to steal your farm there. That's my bad. Didn't mean to stay. And then what ends up happening in the later part of the game is so they're mid and they would kind of hang out here. All the while the Razor would split push, right? And the Razor's super fast. So he can kind of do that. He can clear the wave with his little, what's that called? It's called plasma field. Right, so he kind of pushes the wave out, and then he can just kind of run away with him. That's what he ends up doing. And what I ended up doing was just mega farming when this guy needed to be doing that, and so I definitely think I was the reason we lost this game. But again, in summary, I made more mistakes than Dr. Andy did here. Edict first always, and then Cask afterwards. In my opinion, it helps guarantee that you're going to get damage. Make sure that we are blocking our easy camp and that we have a ward, like in whether we're Radiant or Dire, we want a ward so that we can see this camp and anybody who might be coming to gank us. But particularly, I want to know if the opponents have pulled this camp up here, or if the opponents have pulled this camp over here. I want to know about that so that I can go up and get that experience, because having all that EXP denied and that one fight down here really hurt. And one of those waves of denial I knew was over at this hard camp, and I just failed to do anything about it. So anyway, well, hopefully this is gonna help me improve in this game. Hopefully people enjoyed the Dota 2 diary, the Dragonite debacle, and hopefully next time I play, I won't make these mistakes anymore. All right, that's it. Have a good one, everybody.